if, and it probably will happen, I don't understand the question, I will ask Andrea to translate.
Okay.
If I don't catch the right meaning of a single phrase. So, let's do it in castellano because you are in.
Fantastic. So, let me introduce first of all
in English or in castellano?
in castellano.
Otherwise, it's my only idea where I am. Castellano.
So, Paolo Perchetti is our chairman of the Human Communications Companies, which is our holding company. El holding tiene dentro 15 diferentes sociedades. The Name, que es de lo que vamos a hablar esta noche, es la marca que nosotros hemos elegido dentro de las marcas que tenemos para hacer la expansión internacional que estamos haciendo en diferentes países en Europa y en el mundo. Al lado, Carlos Santisulay, director creativo europeo. Pepa Rojo, directora creativa y ejecutiva de Name España. Y mi nombre es Andrea Mesa y yo soy el consejero delegado de Name España. Eso por nuestra parte, presentando las personas. Ahora, ya, os dejo la palabra. Si queréis hacer algunas preguntas y si queréis que os explicamos un poquito más del proyecto, según cómo
Yo iba a preguntar, pero primero que expliquen, ¿no? No sé. Yo ya se lo he preguntado, I just asked you, can I do it now in Spanish? Lo voy a decir en español. Yo quería saber, bueno, soy Javier Piedrahita del portal marketingdirecto.com. Quería saber por qué elegís justo este año tan complicadillo en el sector español de la publicidad y del marketing para aterrizar aquí en este país nuestro, en España. Es decir, ¿cuál es el motivo de venir ahora y a lo mejor y no haber venido antes, ¿no? Why do you just start now and not some year before in this complicated advertising year in Spain? That's my first question.
I try to start. I will do it in English if there is any, or you can translate. First of all, our first important experience as an integrated group of communication was a brand portal that was established. The startup of brand portal was in the October 2001. So I think in a period that was worse compared to this, because nobody called us for months because the world didn't exist almost. So we know very well that our approach to communication that is not just focused on big investment on traditional media, but is more built on the idea of an integrated approach with different agencies operating in different disciplines of the communication, working together under one roof, is very helpful for us, for our clients also, to face a tough moment, a difficult moment like this. So we don't think that our approach is not flexible or not adaptable to this moment. And why start now in a new country like Spain? First of all, we are now approaching all the world, starting from a key hub. We are approaching the world not trying to replicate or imitate or copy the existing model of our major competitor, international competitor like WPP, Republic, publicidad, as you know, that is having 100 or 150 offices all over the world. We know, and our clients know that you can look after a business from 8 key points in the world and manage international project using the new tools of our era. That is not the era the 1950s or 60s when internet didn't exist, mobile phones didn't exist. So, given this, we think that Spain, as the UK's, are the natural hubs for all the Latin-speaking world, that is 500 million people, and all the English-speaking world, that is more than 500 million people. And so we get 1 billion people with two key, let's say, hubs. It is London and Madrid. A natural bridge, London for the US and Madrid for the South American Latin speaking. So this is the strategy. So Madrid makes sense in a strategy, not just because of Madrid is a beautiful town with Santiago Bernabeu. So provided that we have this strategy, Madrid makes sense. Why now? And it's not dangerous now because there is a downturn, there is a crisis. But we think that our model is fits very well in the crisis period, and also during the crisis is easier to establish in a country because you will find from the research of office a lot of se alquila mucho. And so you can find easily offices. Probably in the mess that is the consequence of a crisis, the mess, the difficulty of your competitor, you can, if you have a rational approach and a positive approach, you can do well, and you can, and probably clients that have a lack of service from the agencies that are cutting, reducing cost. You have a lot of talents that probably in a crisis are looking for something new, something better on the market, and we are here to do this.
Your staff, el equipo, venís de otras agencias. You come from other agencies.
Venimos todos de agencias, digamos, multinacionales, agencias grandes, tenemos la experiencia, sabemos cómo funcionan las grandes agencias y sabemos que en momentos de crisis los clientes lo que necesitan es flexibilidad. Y creemos que esto es parte un poquito de nuestro ADN, ¿no? Y por eso también muchas veces hemos tenido la oportunidad de dar soluciones, digamos, más sorprendentes, más innovadoras, soluciones que iban según lo que eran las necesidades del negocio del cliente, más que no según nuestra capacidad de ganar premios, para decirlo de una manera muy clara. Y en este sentido, un poco lo que decía Pablo, quizás nuestro modelo se adapta muy bien, ¿no? O es una respuesta, digamos, efectiva a lo que son las necesidades de las empresas en un momento de crisis como este.
Preguntan también los demás.
What would you say are the differentiating factors in your agency? I mean, if someone asked you to say, why should I choose you?
I would like to give an answer that is not, I won't say why we are different. I would like to say, I think, knowing the Spanish market and trying to understand the map, say, of the existing competitors, I found in an agency that I think you know that is Shackleton, something similar to us. And since a client today told us, but you know, everybody says that he is different. And so we are not different, we are similar to Shackleton. Because I think that they have already, recently I think they were founded, Shackleton was founded like 3 or 4 years ago. they did something similar of what we did starting from 2001 in Italy, and with good success. Because, for instance, if I try to make a comparison with the Italian market, we are part of our association of agencies. This Asso Comunicazione is the name, and the average income of our agency members in 2001, it was a crisis year. In 2001, the average income was 8 million euros. In 2008, was 5 million euros. So that is what is happening to our market in Italy. In the same time, Brand Portal, starting from 4 million, achieved like 18 million euros. So I think that that is a model that works in a crisis market, because obviously it's a market that is suffering a lot. And trying to understand the Spain market, I think that Shackleton is doing something similar. I don't know their figure, I didn't investigate on them. From the reputation they have, would answer this. It is an integrated approach to communication, where advertising is not the king of everything, and is part of the deal. The idea is the king of everything. Ideas with a strategy, with efficiency in terms of return on investment for clients, and with a good balance between the different disciplines.
Sí, no, antes de que hablemos un poco de la trayectoria del grupo, ¿cómo nace el grupo a la hora de el grupo a la hora de llegar a España?
La trayectoria en el sentido de lo que tenemos previsto de cara a futuro.
Sí.
Pues bien, nosotros estamos trabajando ya en Italia con unos cuantos clientes que están en unos sectores, digamos, bastante importantes y que son sectores creciendo. Hablo, por ejemplo, del sector de las telecomunicaciones, el sector de la finanza, el sector de la automotive, los coches, energía. Pues entonces estos, digamos, son los sectores donde nosotros nos moveremos como primeros pasos. De cara a lo que es el desarrollo de nuestro business aquí local, esto es lo que haremos, y nos moveremos haciendo lo que hace la agencia. El business, empezando estos clientes que ya nos ponemos en estos sectores, y luego también con los que son las empresas que están en los mismos sectores que sabemos que también son empresas que tienen mucho crecimiento, que están metidas muchísimo en todo lo que es temas de comunicación, y que siempre más están buscando alternativas a la hora de escoger una agencia de comunicación. Esto es un poco ¿cómo vamos a actuar? Pues tenemos los directores creativos, de pago que estará responsable de la oficina de Madrid, España, digamos. Y, como os decía antes, Carlos Alonso, que es el directivo europeo, y todos juntos llevaremos los que son los proyectos internacionales. Para nosotros los proyectos internacionales son muy importantes. No venimos, para responder a tu pregunta, no venimos solamente para trabajar con clientes locales. Por supuesto, internacionales, entendido como los proyectos que involucran más de un país. Allí es donde creemos que también podemos aportar valor añadido. ¿Por qué? Porque tenemos atrás unos cuantos años trabajando en diferentes países y trabajando con clientes multinacionales. Y por eso un poquito nuestro posicionamiento es esto del international ideas.
¿Y tenéis clientes italianos que os apoyan en esta iniciativa nueva? ¿Hay clientes Italian clients that helps you to start now in Madrid, in Spain? Do you have some? ¿Tenéis ese colchoncito o no tenéis?
Since we don't have the pen of which the client sign up the contract. So I think that there is a good part of our client that endorse us in any way, just introducing us in their colleague or institution. But what I would like to underline once more is that we are, and our story is a story of organic growth, where the focus, and is the name of Flumen, has a very simple meaning. Flumen is the metaphor of man. You know, Flumen means river. And all our story is a story of people, of professional people, meeting and trying to do together something that alone, standing alone, and sometimes the word of communication was done or is represented by people very selfish, very concentrated and focused on their career, my portfolio, my clients, my professionality. And this is quite a different story of a natural leader in the area of business or profession, but leader collaborative that can work together with colleagues from digital, from advertising, from media relation, all together around the table.
And also, Paolo, from other countries, which is very important for us, and maybe Carlos should say something, because another important point is having creative teams made from people of different countries. And this is a complete change of perception.
Here in Madrid? Or in Italy, in la sede?
Wherever. Wherever we have an office, we want to involve creative and strategic people from different countries. But maybe Carlos, I'm sorry, I'm Luca Villani, I'm the Director of Communication of Flumen, I'm working with Paolo, but I think Carlos is the right person to stress this concept.
Estamos aquí debajo de un título que dice International Ideas Factory y supongo que os habéis preguntado qué es lo que queremos decir con International Ideas Factory. Y tiene que ver también un poquito con lo que creemos que sí puede ser un punto de diferencia con el resto del mercado, y es la idea de una integración. Hay muchas agencias que se posicionan como agencias integrales, o sean más o menos, pero bueno, se posicionan como integrales. Y lo que nosotros nos posicionamos es como internacionalmente integrales, es decir, es como una nueva dimensión, y no solamente a nivel nacional, sino a nivel internacional. O sea, es una integración internacional. Es gente no solamente de diferentes disciplinas, sino de diferentes países. Y creemos que eso sí es un punto importante de diferencia con el que ofrecemos.
Pero también lo hacen otras agencias, ¿no? ¿O no?
A nivel
las
de
redes.
integración internacional, de verdad.
No tanto.
How do you know what is the story? All of us used to work in the big ones, let's say, everyone. All but the reason we are now out of is that sometimes you try to work in an international project, in an integrated project within, but there's a slight difference. That is the way of growth of the big group was by acquisition. And it's not so easy to acquire, make acquisition of souls, of human beings. And the result we know very well. There are quotes by our competitor about what they have to manage, that is a war between tribes fighting for power in the different countries and from different disciplines. And the key problem is that the way they try to integrate, I don't want to make an example because it's not fair to our competitor, but the most of the time they are doing like advertising is leading the rest of the areas. This is above the line, managing below the line. And this is the story. And the difficulty for them to change this model is that this is a model founded 100 years ago. And why this is so easy for us? Not because we are geniuses, but because we were established in the 2001. There's not any genius here. Just a normal professional with a big experience in international group. I don't want to mention all the international group. We know very well all the good things. We learn a lot there because all the big professionals used to be there. But now the market is looking for something new, and it's not by chance that here you have sit for people that started to work in a very traditional agency. All of us come from advertising. Let's say it's advertising. And this is maybe a way to reassure our client that we are not just the one who create, we just believe on mobile advertising. No, we know very well advertising, we know the good old formulas, but we are open-minded towards the future. We know that the future is the future and it is not the past. We walk forward-looking, not looking back to just to million and million on investment on television. So we can work on television, but we can work also on cards or on events, on point of purchase.
I think uno de las grandes ventajas que un cliente también dar un punto de referencia que un cliente puede tener en trabajar con nosotros es el hecho que todo el mundo ahora está hablando de comunicación integral. Todo el mundo, o sea, bien, ahora vamos a hacer comunicación integral. Muy bien. Pero como bien dice Pablo, nosotros llevamos 10 años haciendo comunicación integral. No nos hemos metido ayer. No es que porque todo el mundo ahora habla de comunicación integral y allí tendremos que mirar un poquito más de cerca para ver cómo hacen, qué quiere decir comunicación integral. Pero aparte de esto, llevamos 10 años haciendo. Estamos acostumbrados. Tenemos case stories de éxito que prueban que lo sabemos hacer. Y entonces, por eso también, no me acuerdo qué, hemos decidido exportar este modelo también en otros países, porque tenemos 10 años atrás
¿Tenéis proyectos pendientes en España ya?
Bueno, sí, ya estamos ya metidos en proyectos con los clientes y seguimos haciendo cada día, 24 horas al día, business, porque eso es para quien acaba de llegar es vital, para poder hacerlo en ningún momento, en ninguna hora.
Una pregunta más. ¿Me podéis dar un ejemplo? Habláis de esta comunicación integral, pues de alguna marca, el trabajo que habéis hecho, un breve resumen. Did you understand my question?
I think that we have a lot of cases. One of the cases I love to mention is the pre-launch of Toyota IQ in Italy. We know Toyota IQ is this very short car, very little with 4 places. Not huge places, but places. And it was a very good example, very recently we did it in Rome, but also in Italy, because we had to start to communicate on this car, and the car didn't exist yet. We had just the shape of the car, and it was a pre-launch, in fact. And we use any kind of media, but more, let's say, guerrilla, street marketing, web, all the alternatives, let's say, integrated media to obtain. Our aim was to have like 2,000 of pre-notation. Pre-orders of car. We doubled the aim, and at the end of the day, we didn't launch by television. A different agency was very interesting case study, because we didn't win the pitch for the advertising. A different agency from one of the big group I won't mention did the advertising campaign. It was a failure, and they called us to again to do unconventional marketing to sell cars.
Y desde tu punto de vista, ¿también tienes algún otro ejemplo?
Este ejemplo es muy bueno, los hicieron ir por la calle y lo que decían es qué diferencia hay entre ese coche que van a lanzar y el coche normal. Ahora que el sobre todo en una ciudad como Roma, yo en Roma y como la manera de manejarse,
sí, hay
scooter o...
Los Smart se venden mucho.
15 ciudades con la squadra de gente que andaba
una regla, y entonces podías medir exactamente la diferencia entre uno y el otro. Tuvo muchísimo éxito, es un grande.
And all the campaign was done with the meter,
Hasta donde llegó el IQ.
298.
The website. But when they did the campaign, this is the typical example. Since the client, for his good reason, nobody to say, since the client, at the end of this very successful, with the grande éxito campaign, pre-launch campaign, decide to give the advertising to a different agency with a totally different, this is one of the reasons why we think that the client had to be very focused on this, the optimization of their budget. If you are, you spread your budget in different agencies from different culture, and you don't optimize it. The TV campaign was done on a totally different. Our focus was on the brief of client was just in less than 3 meters for people. The TV strategy was cleverness, intelligencia non è mai stata più sexy.
La inteligencia nunca ha sido tan sexy.
A nice strategy, but totally different. And it was a failure, and they had to start again. I don't think that that was a bad campaign, but was a campaign totally out of our strategy. From a different agency, jumped out in 1 second, and the audience was quite misled by this.
El eslogan que tenéis, el eslogan Sorry we are open, el eslogan que pone ahí abajo y en los anuncios que habéis puesto, es decir, es un aviso a las agencias de España, cuidado, aquí venimos the name, Sorry we are open, lo sentimos, pero aquí estamos también. ¿Qué es cómo podemos verlo, el que no os conoce, cómo se entiende ese eslogan tan curioso? Yo lo entiendo, a mí me entra así, yo lo entiendo así.
Very happy. We don't want to to look aggressive.
Okay.
No, we are positive, we are optimistic, and we don't want
But sorry, we are
to
open.
seem out of place, you know.
The name is like, no? Sorry.
In spite of the crisis.
Es bueno entrar un poquito de humor.
Ya, no, sí, está bien, es muy, muy gracioso. También the name. Es decir, el nombre de agencia, ya estamos hartos de nombres rimbombantes americanos, no sé qué, and you are very, no, the name se acabó, déjame en paz, no hay más nombre que the name. Está bien, es original, al menos entráis con diferenciación. Yes.
This is the name of the agency.
Some reason, no, alguien, tú no sé, tú eres el director, ¿quién lo ha inventado? ¿Por qué?
El nombre
Estaba ya puesto. Yeah. Es suyo, es invento suyo, es your creation, or not?
The creation of creative people. I used to be a creative, but no, the idea is just to be very essential. You know, it's an essential approach to things, to work, to life. And when if you ask to us, what is your aim? What is your target? What will be your income in 2010? We don't know. We are very focused on people, group of people trying to do good work, working well together. And if you focus yourself on what you do and not what you have to do, that is the reason of our crisis. That is just the financial issue. We have to concentrate on results because we have to cut people because we can concentrate on. We are a healthy group. We can invest on people, on projects, and the result will come. When we started. I can declare here. We set up our own office with no clients and with no business plan and no budget. We moved there. We started, and what we did, our first move was we founded a school.
School.
Our marketing campaign was we now found a school for communication and mastering communication, and 6 of our students now are part of our organization. 3 of them moved to London for internship there. And so we did organize a big party for this group. And after, in 2009, we will close with almost 4 million of income, almost 35 people, and that's it. But we were focused on the way we work together, finding a good mix between traditional and innovation, interactive.
¿Qué papel juegan los medios en el evento? ¿Hay planificación de medios o de país?
En el momento, planificación de medios no va a ser nosotros nos enfocamos más sobre las áreas que son más propias de la comunicación, desarrollo de proyectos de creatividad. Dentro del tiempo, vamos a pasar aquí en Italia, puede ser que vamos a tener
Sí, lo que comentaba Paolo de la escuela se llama BAS, no sé si lo sabéis, es el curso más completo de comunicación que se da en Italia, que pertenece a la
¿Cómo se llama, perdón?
BAS, B-A-S.
Brand Academy Studios is the acronym.
No os preocupéis.
In January we'll start the second course and will be 8 students. And probably they will work in all the different agencies in Rome and Milan, and I'm sure in London, and I hope in Madrid also with Andrea, and probably also in other agencies, maybe Shackleton or Ericsson, I don't know. That's why. We have not an aggressive and suspicious approach to the market, the competitors. We believe in you. So,
creativa, creo que tenemos que tomar parte en esa parte también de formación, porque me parece
Eso sobre todo es parte teórica de nosotros.
And they have a unique opportunity for how is organized our work. They can spend like 2 weeks in every single different. They work for 2 weeks in advertising, 2 weeks in digital, 2 weeks in media, 2 weeks in events, and they have a unique experience that I didn't have, for instance. And I'm sure that this professional we are now training will be much better than me, because our aim is to train a new generation of professionals that doesn't exist now. And